It all started with the question, how do you reconcile a lynching? And I believe that within this idea of reconciliation are 3 R words: remembrance, repair, and redemption. And then in order for us to get to that last R word of redemption, we need to have the courage it takes to undertake the first 2. And so I started in 2018 working with the community of Coos Bay, Oregon to memorialize a man named Alonzo Tucker, Oregon's most widely documented African-American victim of lynching. And he was lynched in Coos Bay in 1902 in front of a crowd of 300. February 2020, we held a soil collection ceremony near the spot of the lynching and collected 2 jars of soil, with each bit of soil telling part of Alonzo Tucker's story. 1 jar was sent back to a museum in Montgomery, and the other was turned into an exhibit at the Coos History Museum. June 2021, we unveiled a historical marker in the community to memorialize Alonzo Tucker and the thousands of other African Americans who were lynched in this country. My 2 main projects are working with the communities of Grants Pass, Oregon and Oregon City. In Grants Pass, we're looking to do something regarding Grants Pass's history as a sundown town. Sundown towns were communities that purposefully excluded African Americans and other racial minorities from living in or simply passing through the community through a culture of fear, violence, and intimidation. And so, the title of the work in Grants Pass is called The Sunrise Project, with the idea that sunrise is the opposite to sundown and signals the start of a new day. And what's exciting is that if we're successful, this will be the first ever historical marker about sundown towns in the United States. And the goal is to then expand to other communities in Oregon and create a blueprint for communities across the country. In Oregon City, looking to memorialize a man named Jacob Vanderpool, the only known person expelled from Oregon under the state's black exclusionary laws. He was a business owner and was forced to leave Oregon after a competing white business owner reported him to authorities. And so we're looking to place a historical marker where his business once stood, but then help the community of Oregon City develop recruitment and retention plans for people of color in their community. And so this is our way to remember and repair the story of Jacob Vanderpool, to add new chapters to his history, so that his story in Oregon City doesn't end in 1851, but it actually continues on into the 21st century because of the way that his story was used to impact the lived reality of people of color. Oregon, pretty much was a sundown town state. How can our state as a whole reconcile with that history? How can our state as a whole be involved in this recruitment and retention of people of color? I believe that there is a more just Oregon waiting for us. We just need the courage it takes to undertake the remembrance and repair that will get us to those places of redemption. What I've learned is that it's less about being the right person for the moment, so much as it is about doing the right thing for the moment. And that by doing that right thing, you can become the right person. I like to say that when I was younger, I used to think that it was remarkable people that did remarkable things, but the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that it's remarkable things that make remarkable people. And I also believe that just because you can't do everything doesn't mean you can't do one thing. It's okay to believe in something even when you've never seen it before, and it's okay to see something even when others don't believe in it. 4 years ago, most people thought I was out of my mind for thinking I could put a historical marker about lynching in Coos Bay, Oregon. But I'm an optimist. I believe that no matter where you go, you can find enough people who are willing to choose justice if given the opportunity. It's just a matter of getting them to see where there's been injustice. And so, rather than tell a community who they're not, tell them who they can be, and then show them the steps to becoming that community, allowing them to play an active role in their own journey. And so I try to tell young people to inspire with a positive lens, to inspire the belief that people do have power to make the changes that they want to see, and that the change will come from within these communities. And what you're trying to do as a leader is just to help pull that out. And so you yourself are not leading this cause, but you're helping inspire leadership within the community.